Hello and welcome to Lord of the Board. My name is Sam and today we are going to be doing an overview and guide on Darth Vader in the brand new Star Wars Villainous. Now today we are going to be learning how to win as Darth Vader by going through his cards, going through what they do, and going over some general strategies with each of them. And by the end of this video, you will not only know how to play as Darth Vader, but you will also know how to think as Darth Vader as well. Now, before we dive in, let's go over two new gameplay elements, and I really do suggest that really before watching this video, if you have not watched the How to Play that Watch It Played has released, I've got a link down in the description. Definitely check that video out. That way you understand all of the new game mechanics. But I am going to go over two new mechanics just to kind of give you a primer. Now, first up is going to be ambition. Ambition is a secondary currency throughout the game. Now, some cards can be played with ambition, and some card abilities require ambition to play, much like activated abilities in the other sets. Ambition is a resource that you actually gain naturally. You gain one ambition at the start of each of your turns. And next we have vehicles, which are going to represent iconic ships and transports from the Star Wars galaxy. These cards can be played to deep space to give your villain another location to move to. Villain vehicles have actions as well as a special ability that your villain gains when moved to that location. There are also going to be fate vehicles that will pop up in your fate deck that can engage and disengage with your own vehicles, and when left unengaged, they're going to be shrinking your hand size by 1. Darth Vader is a Jedi Knight turned Sith Lord in service of Emperor Palpatine. Darth Vader seeks to crush the Rebel Alliance by removing their best hope for success, Luke Skywalker. Now, to win as Darth Vader, you will need to ensure that Luke Skywalker is flipped to his conflicted side in the Emperor's throne room with Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader himself. And then you'll have to pay 6 ambition to defeat Luke Skywalker and win the game. Now, just a quick note, Luke Skywalker is classified as a Jedi and therefore cannot be affected by any fate cards that would affect heroes in any way. However, he is highly affected by his friends. Therefore, when he is conflicted, whenever you're defeating a hero and sending it to the discard pile, you can move Luke Skywalker one location towards the throne room. Alright, but enough of the objective talk and special abilities. Let's go ahead and discuss Darth Vader's cards. Now first we've got the Sith Lord type card, Emperor Palpatine. Now this is going to be the only card of its type, and its only purpose in your deck is for your win condition. You need it in order to win the game. So that means that right when you get it, go ahead and play it in your sector as soon as possible, all while maintaining your ambition gain, trying to collect 6 in order to defeat Luke Skywalker. Darth Vader needs to maintain his empire while he is slowly leading Luke Skywalker closer to the throne room. Now, to help rid your sector of heroes like Han or Princess Leia, you will need to spread out your allies at each and every location. The low-cost Imperial Stormtroopers are going to be the perfect ally to spread at each location. You'll want to spread them around your sector to each location because they will gain a strength bonus for each other Imperial Stormtrooper card in play. If you play one Imperial Stormtrooper at every location, you can defeat every hero who comes your way with a strength of 4 or less. Death Troopers, though a little bit more expensive, are also really helpful at defeating your opponents. However, I would only place these in the 2 central locations in Darth Vader's sector, as they can attack adjacent heroes as well as ones in their own location. Now, those allies are really helpful, but the battle isn't always on the ground, and that is where your Imperial Officers will come into play. These are not allies that you want to use for vanquishing. Instead, you will want to post them at a location waiting for an enemy vehicle ship to enter deep space. That way you can use their ability to destroy them. This is helpful because you don't want to use your own vehicles to vanquish things like the X-Wing or the Millennium Falcon. It makes it a lot easier to just be rid of them with these Imperial Officers at your disposal. Now, while Darth Vader's allies are taking care of your sector and maintaining order, Darth Vader can focus on using some of these special and powerful effects throughout the game. Now, one thing I want you to think about is that you need to be using these effects for very specific, certain, and deliberate tasks. Most of these effects are going to cost you ambition instead of credits, meaning they are going to be more expensive and a little bit more dangerous to use because you're going to need that ambition to end up winning the game. Remember, you'll need 6 ambition in order to defeat Luke. Now, remember all those allies that we were putting into your sector? Well, a great way to use them is with "I find your lack of faith disturbing." This is a great way to jumpstart your ambition game, especially when you're removing one of your many Imperial Stormtroopers. Now, Father and Son will allow you to flip Luke Skywalker to his conflicted side. Join Us or Die are cards that can pull Luke Skywalker's tile closer to the Emperor's throne room. Friends in Trouble is an amazing effect card that allows Darth Vader to spend 1 credit in order to make all heroes in Darth Vader's sector get -1 strength. This can be a really powerful way to weaken all the heroes and ensure that you don't have to spend as many allies to remove them from your realm. Now, Release Your Anger is an amazing mobility tool for Darth Vader, allowing him to travel his sector in very interesting ways, which is really powerful for the likes of Darth Vader. And while feeling so powerful, the card Your Hate Has Made You Powerful allows Darth Vader to clear all fate cards in his sector, a very powerful blow to the Rebel Alliance, one that you shouldn't use lightly. It will take quite a hefty toll on your ambition. Now, throughout the game, Darth Vader is also going to be using condition cards. The Power of the Dark Side is such a handy condition card because this allows you to gain more ambition on an off turn. Gaining just 1 ambition at the start of each of your turns is not going to help you get close to your victory condition very quickly. It will take quite a while. So this is one card that you're going to want to keep into your hand and ensure that you are able to use. You can only use You Are Not a Jedi Yet when Luke Skywalker is on his focus side. Therefore, if he is already conflicted, this is definitely one that you don't have to keep within your hand. Now, when playing as Darth Vader, you will have 2 villain vehicles within your deck. The TIE Advanced X1 is great for maneuvering and vanquishing heroes or hero vehicles. The TIE Advanced X1 has an excellent ability as well, and so you will want to pilot it often by moving to its location to gain 2 ambition. But then we have the Executor, the flagship, which is a lot larger than the TIE Advanced X1 and has a more interesting ability. When Luke Skywalker is conflicted, defeating heroes into your sector can be an important way to draw him closer and closer to the throne room. However, you'll want to be careful not to overwhelm your sector with heroes and limit your options, which can be easy to do if both you and your opponents are playing heroes into your sector. So what a great ability, but should only be used when you're ready to defeat those heroes very quickly. That way they are not covering up your precious action spaces long. Now, Darth Vader is going to have a lot of opposition to his goal. In Darth Vader's pursuits of gaining ambition, he will face many obstacles. Princess Leia increases the cost of all ambition actions, and May the Force Be With You will remove ambition entirely. When Obi-Wan Kenobi says, "If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine," he meant it. More Powerful Than You Can Imagine is a restriction card that prevents Darth Vader from taking any kind of ambition action. Now, R2-D2 can really put a heat on in space conflicts. R2-D2 can be played to a hero vehicle, and when that hero vehicle engages with a villain vehicle, R2-D2 blocks the villain's vehicle's ability, which is going to suck because those are very, very powerful abilities for you. Now, when the Millennium Falcon is in play, defeated heroes are placed here instead of in the discard pile. Now, this is going to slow down Luke's progress to the Emperor's throne room, but when the Millennium Falcon is defeated, Darth Vader will move Luke 1 location closer to the Emperor's throne room for every hero on it. So you can kind of time it a little bit strategically if you know that you've kind of been penting up a lot of heroes inside the Millennium Falcon. Then when you destroy it, you can have Luke already at the throne room, hopefully. Now, to win as Darth Vader, you will need to carefully consider on every turn how to turn Luke Skywalker to his conflicted side and bring him to the Emperor's throne room. But even on a wider scale, your main mission as Darth Vader is to also be gaining that ambition. This can be challenging because Darth Vader will need to spend this ambition on his more powerful effect cards. Saving up around 10 ambition is a good goal throughout the game. And another tip is to remember that Darth Vader himself must be at the throne room alongside Luke and Emperor Palpatine. Therefore, you must plan to win by using the actions available within the throne room. If the Emperor's throne room isn't inhabited by any heroes, you can actually use that vanquish action in order to defeat a hero in your sector, moving conflicted Luke from Cloud City over to the throne room, and then activating that ambition action, winning the game. So now you can see that it is very important to keep that location clear if you're going to want to be able to do all of this in one turn. However, let's say that you've already moved Luke to the Emperor's throne room with Emperor Palpatine. You can actually win the game immediately with Release Your Anger if you have at least 9 ambitions saved. Spend the ambition carefully throughout your game because this move can take your opponents by complete surprise. You can be at a different location entirely, then use Release Your Anger to move to Luke's location, flip him to his conflicted side, and then pay 6 ambition to win the game. By keeping focus on gaining that ambition, getting the Emperor played to the throne room, getting Luke to his conflicted side, and slowly luring him over to the throne room as well, you will find success as Darth Vader. But one of the biggest strategy tips I have for you to be successful with Darth Vader is to know your opponents as well as you know yourself. Therefore, go ahead and click this video in order to be brought to the next guide in the series.